my friends, and welcome to episode 139 of the Kiss Army Nation podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Pasquale Veri.
And I am Claudio Spera. Welcome to the show, everyone.
So I was approached by friends and colleagues asking if I saw that episode of Queer Eye on Netflix with that Kiss fan. Thanks, Heather. Well, of course, I had to check it out. And as I'm watching, along with millions of other viewers, I got to know Tim Keel, and his story truly moved me to tears. His is truly an inspiring story. A man devoted to taking care of his brother. A man who has sacrificed and lost so much. A man who has the courage to begin a journey of healing and fulfillment. Kiss Army, this is a story you need to hear. This is a man you need to meet. We are proud and honored to have on our show, Tim Keel. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a great introduction. I don't know if I can live up to that. But...
You absolutely can.
Sure you do. So, it's as Paz was saying, Tim, welcome to the show. This is a very special episode for us, and we hope the same is going to be for you. So, we can't wait to get it going, and, so nice to see you and having the show again.
Thank you. Yeah, my first podcast. This is great.
Hello, and before we start, on behalf of myself, Claudio, and the Kiss Army, our deepest condolences on the passing of your brother, Duty. This episode is dedicated to him.
I appreciate that. Thank you. He would have loved it.
Yeah.
He's the one who got me started with all this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
bless his heart.
He's still here with us, man. So in spirit, and we can really feel it. So, Tim, I can only imagine how much your life has changed, not only as a result of the events that occurred on the show, but from the reaction you must have gotten after the show aired. So can you share with us what were those reactions that you received from family, friends, and fans who watched the show?
Oh, man, it's been nothing but positive, nothing but good thoughts. And everybody's been contacting me and, telling me how much they love me and all, my family. I'm talking to folks I haven't talked to since I was in preschool, grade school. People are getting in touch with me. So, it's been really, I'm kind of quiet. I'm kind of to myself. So this is all new to me, talking to people on the phone and, just going, like I went to a parade. It's Mardi Gras here. So I went to a parade the other night with one of the other heroes on the show. So yeah, I'm really getting a lot of friends. I'm hoping I get a lot more Kiss friends.
Of course. Doing
this because, again, I've been to myself pretty much. So it'd be nice to start talking to folks about Kiss and different things, So yeah, I'm real excited, and everybody's excited for me.
There's so many. I can feel it that there's so many good things, happening to you. Look what we're doing now. So out of the blue, starting from a TV show. I couldn't believe it when Pask told me that he reached out to you and you were kind of open to be part of that episode. So as Pask was saying, that we're creating friendships again, and we're so happy that you're going to be part of the Kiss family, man. So awesome.
Great.
This is awesome.
I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to everything that's coming my way with you guys and all the Kiss fans out there. I'm really looking forward to it. Beautiful. I'm going to start opening up.
There you go.
So, I was with my brother all the time, taking care of him. So I really didn't get out. I was pretty much in my room, in my house all the time. So it's a whole new thing for me, having him pass away, and then I have all this time, and then the TV show airs. Yeah, it's definitely been quite a change in my life.
There you go. You're more than welcome. So, Tim, how exactly did it happen about the show? How were you approached by the guys from Queer Eye?
Well, my daughter wrote a letter to him. I emailed to him, and after that, they just had contacted us, and they don't tell you if you're on the show or not. You have to go through a bunch of interviews. So we went through a bunch of interviews, and they take you out to lunch and different things, but they don't tell you right away. They leave you hanging to the last minute. And then one day they said, yeah, you're going to be on. And the lady told me, she said, we knew you were going to be on from the beginning. We just can't tell people right away. So yeah, that's what it was. All it was Melody writing a letter, and then it all snowballed from there. And it's taken a few years. I filmed it about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So like they said they filmed season 7 and season 8 in New Orleans. So I wasn't in season 7, I was in season 8. So season 7 went, and then they waited another half a year, and then we went.
Okay.
So,
okay. And at the beginning, when you were when you got the confirmation, did you feel any apprehension of doing the show? How were
Not
you
at
feeling?
all.
Not at all.
Not at all. I have 2 girls, 2 daughters, and if I wouldn't have done the show, they would have kicked my ass. They were
beautiful. Love it.
they were really into it. So I got a show. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Just for the fun and the laughs and all. And it's been nothing but fun and laughs, believe me.
There you go.
So yeah, I had to do it for them. But I would have done it probably anyway. I don't mind. I'm quiet, but I don't mind getting in front of a camera.
Like you are right now.
Yeah, right.
I mentioned in the intro that when I watched your episode, I was moved to tears. And I got to tell you, speaking of your daughters, it was your daughters, to be honest, that moved me to tears. Just, first meeting Melody when she came on screen for the first time, I just saw her energy and her love for you.
Yeah.
And then when they saw you for the first time with your new outfit and they saw the house, I was crying. It's like, oh my God, I could imagine what they were feeling at that moment. It was just incredible to watch.
Yeah, my ex-wife really, she was crying. I guess everybody was.
Yeah.
For the most part. But yeah, to see me go from what I was to that, I mean, that was a shock. Because I've always dressed in nothing but Kiss shirts and camouflage pants and tennis shoes. So, and I wasn't in that, I was in my work clothes, which were dirty all the time. So,
right.
yeah. To see me just out in a brand new look, it was great.
And you looked incredible. I got to tell you, you looked incredible.
I hadn't been to a barber in probably 15 years. I just would, if I needed a haircut, I'd just shave my head with them.
Right.
And that was it. So yeah, to go to the barber and all and have them do my hair and all. And then they take you, they actually do stuff that they don't film. Like they give you massages and like they take you to places. You get massages. You got a driver so that he drives you all over. So it's like you're kind of a rock star for a week. I stayed in the Windsor Court Hotel, which is a beautiful hotel here. And it was, man, wake up in the morning, the driver wakes you up in the morning, he drives you where you got to go. I was like, man, this is unbelievable.
You deserve it.
Yeah, my brother was still kicking then, so my family was taking care of him. Okay. My ex-wife came to town, and my little girl came to town, Lily. And so they all took care of everything, all my animals and stuff while I was gone.
So like I also mentioned at the beginning, yours is truly an inspirational story. And it really took a lot of, courage to show your vulnerabilities to the millions of people who are watching the show. Now, for those people who haven't seen the episode yet, can you tell us your story that led to the making of the episode Kiss in the Sky?
I was at it kind of came at such a perfect time. I was in a really low place in my life. I was just struggling, man, because I have my brother, and rain or shine, sick or not, whatever's going on, you got to take care of him, So, yeah, I was going through a really hard time. I'm a welder, and I've been hurt a lot on the job. So I couldn't do my job anymore. So I was actually just out of work, sitting at home and just totally depressed. I was seeing psychiatrists and all that. And then all of a sudden, bam, this came along and it livened me up. It took a while. and then after we filmed it, there was a big, like I said, there was a big lull in there, and so I'm trying to take care of myself. I have a lot of depression and things like that, and so when I did the show, I was pretty raw. Like I was ready to just kind of tell anybody what was going on. I just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I felt like they really helped me.
I can tell you that by watching the episode, actually here at home we watched it like 3 times, and
wow.
It's exactly as you said. So you could feel that it was raw. That there was no makeup at all. You were not making things up or trying to put some caution to it. You were like open, completely to a future change, and you could feel it, man. So even now, without having you on the show to express all of this, you could still feel it through the TV. It's unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I actually talked a lot longer than that. So, yeah, I was pretty raw, I have to admit. I was, and like you say, like nobody tells you what to say. There's no coaching of any kind. Like we were just in that boat. We had taken that swamp tour, and we came back and parked, and then it was just us and the cameraman, and that was it. So you feel like you're like kind of out in the woods, and they set it up perfect for you, because that's where I feel most comfortable, is out in the swamp, stuff like that. That's just, man, I get a breath of fresh air doing that. And so it really helped me open up. And like I said, Caramo, he really knows how to, he's skilled at opening people up and getting to the, getting inside. I say, is this where I cry? And they said, you don't have to cry if you don't want to.
There you go. Wow.
So basically, you're saying that the show really wasn't scripted. They knew where to take you, but once you were there, it's like whatever happens.
Happens, exactly. Yeah, there's nobody tells you anything. Never. They'll just tell you what to do, and that's it. Because I had to make a speech, which they didn't put on. I'm not really good as a public speaker. And I was on stage at the at that little event, that little gallery deal. Yeah, and I was fumbling all over myself. So I guess they cut that out. But yeah, there was nobody tells you anything about how to act, which I thought was great, because I like being just natural. I didn't want to have to, make up something or be fake, because I'm sure people can see right through that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But you're saying you're not good at speeches. When you were at the dinner table near the end of the show with your daughter's and ex-wife, and you were basically reading, oh boy, that was heartfelt, man. That was so incredible to watch as well. Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, I had to write that the night before. Like they told me to go write, and I had to sit in my hotel room and write it all down. And really, it was read to the whole group. And then afterwards, it was read to the family. So I read it twice. I kind of wish they would have put the other one, because I said I rock out with my kind guy. I really didn't want to say that in front of my kids. But, I wrote it. I had to say it.
Right. Yeah.
It's a special moment.
Oh, that really was. It really was. So
that's how I was feeling, though. So, hey.
Exactly. But that defines the show, right? It's basically the whole show came from the heart. It's exactly what you were feeling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, the show had a happy ending, but things changed after the cameras were turned off and the crew left. Unfortunately, your brother passed away. I read somewhere that Queer Eye paid tribute to your brother Duty.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
What do you mean, like at the end of the show and all?
No, I think after the show I read something that they paid tribute to your brothers. They did something. Did I read that right?
No, I don't know. I can't think.
Because I know they paid tribute to your brother at the end of the episode. I saw it.
Yeah.
That they did. Yeah.
Right. That was it. They didn't do any other. They haven't really contacted us since, just to tell us the show was coming out.
Okay.
I mean, they bought a lot of stuff for him, like you guys saw.
Yeah.
which was great, but he didn't get a long time to use it. But that bed and all was perfect.
Mhm.
Well, that was
My
incredible.
bed was all broken to pieces, and you have to wait 4 years to get a new one.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it was they handed him a bunch of good stuff, but yeah, no, they didn't do anything after the show.
Okay. Now I could imagine what you were going through at the time. And did the lessons from the show sort of help you get through that difficult time for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It made me start reaching out and looking for help. I mean, like you wouldn't believe how I was closer to the crew than anybody. The crew was unbelievable people, all of them, super nice. Do anything you needed, they were there. I mean, they were like never a bad word between them or anything, or to me. So that kind of started it. I'm like, wow, look at all these nice folks out here. And then I just kept you going. You know, they give you psychiatrists and stuff that call you and they'll work with you a little bit just to make sure you're okay about it all. And
Okay.
so yeah, I talked to him and he was a big help. And I actually talked to him about a week ago or so. Right before the show came out, I talked to him, just wondering what was going to happen. And you know, am I going to get into another low point once the show's over and everything kind of goes away? Am I going to dive down deep into depression? And I was just worried about things like that, you know. But I'm building on what I'm doing. I'm building on what I have now. And I'm trying not to get back into that dark spot.
Good. Glad to hear that.
I'm gonna get out there and do what I got to do.
And you know, there's many good signs, I have to say, because you know, since the episode aired, so you have been posting a lot of photos and videos of your experiences on the show on Instagram, and I think that's part of, you know, showing that you're doing well and you know, you're kind of you know, in recovery mode. So those, and I have to say that those pictures and videos were actually just as entertaining as the show itself. So it really, I think it gave people a glimpse into your fandom, and let's get a little bit deeper into that. So you know, our listeners, I think, only need to watch, you know, the show just to get an idea of why and how you got into KISS. So, but we want to focus more on your opinions on several KISS related topics, and we hope that you're gonna find it fun, because you know, this is what we love, actually, talking KISS all the time. So
yes, indeed. I could talk about KISS all night.
There you go.
So let's do it. Let's do it
right away.
So the first thing I want to touch on is something that Bruce Kulicks said, that, you know, he really wants to pay tribute to his time in the band, the 80s, something KISS didn't do enough of. So in your opinion, should KISS have focused more on their 80s material?
Yeah, I think so. I like when they play those songs. You know, I like it when they mix it up a little bit. So sure, yeah, I would have liked to have. I mean, once you see them a million times, you want to hear different songs. I know that's what all the fans say. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it when they play a non-makeup era song. You know, I wish they'd go out right now and take the makeup off and just play the non-makeup stuff. You know, put Bruce back in the band, and man, you could have just almost the whole, you know, 80s lineup. You know, or you could actually.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I love that stuff. So yeah, I do think that they should have put more of that in there. And I know that Bruce had said that he wasn't even invited to the last show, which I think was that was kind of rough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was a big part of KISS. I mean, you can't deny that, you know? I think he should have been, I don't know, you know, I don't know how, if they should have been on stage. I don't know about all that, but I mean, he should have at least been invited. He's part of the family. I mean, KISS always talks about the family, so, you know, he was part of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love the 80s stuff.
It's true. And you know, I guess you're gonna agree with us. You know that KISS fans were so special, so we're so devoted to the band, and sometimes we think that even though they gave us a lot of stuff over 50 years, sometimes we think that they still owe us something. So do you think that the band owes its fans anything at this point in time?
No, I really don't. I think they gave me so much that I don't expect anything from them. I mean, they're going to do what they're going to do. And they've helped me out so much through my whole life. I mean, they've been my friends. So, no, I don't think they owe us anything. I don't think they owe us anything.
Okay.
I mean, what would they do?
Yeah.
What would be an idea? Like, what do you think they would do if they owed us something?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel? Like, what do you think?
Well, I don't think we touched on this with Pask, and we agree with you. So we don't think that they don't owe us anything. So we, at least from our point of view, we've been happy Kiss fans for many years, and we got all we wanted. Maybe we can touch on this point later on about the last show in New York, but that's a different story. But over time, 50 years of history, I don't think that they don't owe us anything.
No.
I was going to mention the last show because that's a great example, right? It's the final show. We want new songs. We want this. We want that. We've been fans for 50 years. We deserve it. They owe us. No, they don't owe us a thing.
No, right.
And I mentioned in previous episodes, I've had my disappointments about the final show, but that's my opinion and my disappointments. But they owe me absolutely nothing. I'm entitled to absolutely nothing. I either buy the product or I don't. It's my choice.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, the people that down them for having all this stuff, you don't have to buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah. So Tim, you also mentioned that you like the 80s. So I'm curious, we had an episode, we have a discussion panel portion of our podcast, and we did an episode on Carnival of Souls. And we discussed the idea of, is it a good album? Is it really the underdog of the Kiss catalog, or is it just a bad album? What are your thoughts about Carnival of Souls?
I think it sounds great, actually. I don't mind it at all. I like listening to it. I mean, it's got that. I feel like they were following a trend, but you put that behind you, and it's a great record. It's a good record. I feel like it is. Paul's voice is strong. They produced it really well. It sounds great, I think. So yeah, I got nothing bad to say about it. I mean, the Elder's the only one I have trouble with, really. But
were you surprised when you found out that they kind of were trying grunge music at that time? Or
oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was definitely wondering what the hell they were doing. But I like Alice in Chains and certain bands in that era.
Okay.
So, like I say, I don't like the fact that they were following a trend, because I feel like they started so many trends, they were the leaders. And it just seemed like they were kind of following that trend, but it's fine. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Like I said, I listen to it every once in a while. It's pretty heavy, it's kind of going down and dirty a little bit.
Yeah.
And their voices are strong. So, when Paul Stanley's voice is strong, you can't go wrong. It's hard to go wrong.
But I don't know if you feel the same, but to me it's the closest album to be like a real Bruce Kulick album, because there's a strong presence, from us on that album, definitely,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Tim, we have our normal episodes, released every Sunday with Pask and different guests and discussion panels and fan profiles. But we also have some shorts, which is kind of a 10 minutes, every once in a while during the week, where we discuss a kind of a short question. And this one is related to the statements from Bruce Kulick about the last show, when he said that that history was not represented at the last show.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that. I think it should have been represented more. I think he should have been represented more. I think they should have had all those guys represented in some form. But I mean, you got Bruce right there. Why not let him come up for a song? I don't know. They said Doc McGee said it's not a jam band.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get that. Yeah, I think the '80s should have definitely been represented in the last show. So I got the last show on pay-per-view. I know you guys saw it with there.
Yeah,
it was amazing. I couldn't imagine being there, but I'm sure it must have been just electric in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could have definitely done more '80s. I mean, they could have said more. They could have. He could have talked in between the songs and maybe gave a little history, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. We got Bruce in the band at this point and play Tears Are Falling, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Just say something.
Yeah. Yeah. Say something about each one of them. I know they don't care for Vinny too much, but I mean, he was a big part of the band for that short period of time.
Yeah.
So
or even I don't know, or even just mention or remember, Eric Carr,
oh, definitely.
That's crazy. Huh? They didn't.
I mean, Eric Carr's is loved as just as much as any of them.
Yeah.
As far as I hear from people and how I feel about him. I mean, that dude he fit right in, man. He was great when he got in the band.
Yeah.
Ace
is releasing a new album. I think it's fantastic that, Kiss has reached the end of the road and there's an ex-member of the band, of the original band, still releasing music. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But Ace has been making a lot of negative comments at the expense of Paul and Gene. And I understand Paul and Gene do the same to him, but he's almost using it like a way of promoting the album. Now, do you feel that his negative comments are really hurting the album?
Yeah, I mean, any kind of negativity, I feel like it's going to bring it down. Yeah, I mean, all that bickering is nonsense to me. So yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, I feel like it would bring the album down a little bit. I think he should be more positive. I mean, he had Gene play on the last one and Paul do a little something. So yeah, definitely. I think those negative comments, but like you said, Paul and Gene are doing it to him. It's kind of like Disgusted Millionaires, they're just going back and forth.
True.
So it's hard to hear that stuff. I try to just let it go by and think of them like I know them, in my head, I guess.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've seen Ace has walked right by me and not said a word. And, he's kind of to himself, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always buy the record. I always get the records. So.
I agree with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Tim, if you don't mind, so let's go back to December the 2nd, at the Garden, and the last chord of Rock and Roll Night. Then we see all the smoke and the platforms and stuff. And then all of a sudden we get this video showing the avatars.
Right.
So do you think that the avatars is the future of Kiss?
Well, I think they think it's the future of Kiss. Man, that's one I've been really debating in my head. I can't imagine that would be something that would sell out arenas. Like I just don't see it. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't go. But I can't imagine, just the general fan going, unless they really get it right. I mean, unless there's the technology, I don't know a whole lot about it, but if the technology's there, but I mean, they're not human beings anymore. So, it's hard to kind of relate to that, I like to hear Paul Stanley talking, off the top of his head sometimes. I just can't imagine that being it's just like a movie to me. I don't know. You have to have that personal. I mean, you think about you're in the same arena as Kiss,
Yeah.
And then you're not in the same arena as Kiss, You're in there with some effect. I don't know. I've never seen the ABBA one. They say that one's great. I've never seen anything about that. But I don't know. Kiss is Kiss, and they usually can make it happen when it comes to the band itself. So, hey, if it's good, it's good. I'll go see it.
We'll see in 2027.
Yeah, right. Hopefully I'll still be around, man.
You'll be both. Okay, so Tim, I have to know. So on the show, your collection was put on display at a gallery. Now, what happened to your collection after that, after the show aired or after the show was over?
They packed it up and put it in a storage unit.
Okay.
They just picked like a few things out of my collection. There was only a little bit of stuff there. They picked it. I didn't pick it. That was all a surprise to me. Like, right? They told me about that, and we got in the car and we went there. So, but yeah, it was just really, for the show, just to have a bunch of people in there talking about it. I talked to a lot of folks that were in there. They didn't air any of that, but yeah, it wasn't anything. Once they did it, it was done. It wasn't there for the public or anything.
Okay. Now, is everything back at your place?
Yes.
Okay.
They took everything and put it in storage. It took me a while to get it all out.
Okay.
That was one of the like things. Like I put it all in one room. Like how it was all over my house.
Yeah.
Now it's all in this one room.
Oh, really?
Okay. That was the next question. Okay, because during the show we saw that basically they revamped everything. They kind of, but now it's everything in one room. Okay.
Right. Everything's in one room. That's where it was years and years ago. Like 20 years ago, I had it in a room, but I had my little girl got born, and so I took it all down and packed it all away.
Okay.
And the only reason I have this one is because my brother passed away, so now I have the extra room.
Okay.
To put it in here.
Okay.
So I've been working on it. It's a work in progress. I still got to do the ceiling.
Nice.
In my other room, I had the ceiling. I had everything done. Everything. You couldn't see one piece of wall anywhere.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I want to talk more about your collection. How and where did you get all of your Kiss merch?
Well, I was on eBay when it first came out, so I got a lot of really good deals on eBay. Going through Goldmine magazine, from cover to cover, that little tiny print, looking for stuff. Of course, Spencer's.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And it just and we have a place called the Mushroom, which is like a head shop or whatever. It's been around since the early 70s. And I get stuff from there every once in a while. Something will come in,
Okay.
Like this is my very first shirt. And actually my brother gave me this shirt.
Oh, nice.
And that's me wearing it. I'm a little kid.
Oh, and it came from your brother. That's really special.
Yeah, this is my second shirt. Look how small it is.
Oh, wow.
I remember wearing this to school, and we weren't allowed to wear T-shirts. And I used to put mine on and button up you get a button up just so I had it on, man.
Good for you.
There's pictures of me in the yearbook with Kiss shirts on. Like I say, you're not even supposed to be wearing them.
Yeah. Good.
All over, man. I go to thrift stores. I go, anywhere, everywhere, and anywhere.
And what about your 70s stuff? Where'd you get all that? The pinball machine, the cups.
I got the pinball machine in the 80s, like about 82. This old man had it. He put an ad in the paper. He said it was the noise was driving him crazy because his grandkids were coming over. He sold it to me for $200.
Oh,
no
my
way.
God.
Just to get it out of the house.
$200.
I'm hurting.
My goodness.
But that was back when, it didn't seem like a lot of people were collecting. It was the early 80s, and, they'd taken the makeup off. And I was still into it.
Did you, Tim, did you get kind of items or collection from other fans or not?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I have the original dolls that my mom gave me.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
So those are real special. I even have an ace skinny body.
Oh, nice. Those are hard to get.
Yeah, yeah. So I got those. Those are real special to me. But I got a lot of the '70s stuff. Like my mother-in-law actually would find stuff at garage sales back in the day.
Oh, really?
So she gave me a game. The color forms I think I got from a garage sale. Just different things. We used to have a record. Like a Expo here.
Yeah.
And I'd get a lot of stuff from there until like people started getting back into Kiss, and then everything just got jacked up, and it's hard to get stuff nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that's what people don't understand about collecting Kiss is that each item that we own, there's a story behind it. There's a memory behind it. It's part of our experiences. It really is.
Definitely. I have all my belt buckles and stuff from my mom.
Nice.
Yeah, giving me. I just remember my mom buying me that stuff, and
Exactly.
I couldn't have been happier. My mom really she was stretching the dollar. I know she couldn't afford it, but
Right.
she would get me the posters and stuff, and then I have a friend of mine that my first girlfriend that I'm still in contact with. She lives in Europe, but man, we used to cut grass and get all the money together and go down the French Quarter, and that's where all the posters were.
Okay.
So we'd go buy every poster we could get, as much money as we had. I got all the super posters down there. I got all those, and then Record Ron. Have you ever heard of Record Ron?
No.
His name's Ron Bootwell. He did
Bootwell,
some of the
yes.
posters.
Yes.
Yeah, he did the bylaws and all.
Yes.
He lived here. He had a shop down in the French Quarter, a record store.
Oh, wow.
So I'd go in there and talk to him, and every once in a while he would pop something up. He'd go in he said, "Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in the attic," but he wouldn't let you go in the attic. But I mean, he had all the Mylars, he had all those posters, and he'd have one time he'd have the puzzle. The puzzles. I got this from him, which I know is kind of.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he said that went to it was going to go on a mirror or something.
Yeah. Rock and
So
roll.
he was in it, and that was from a yo-yo.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
I just got these pieces. Like he didn't have everything else. I don't know if it was like something that never came out. I'm not sure, but I've seen a few of those around. Yeah, and I had one guy that was a collector that I knew around here, and him and I used to go hunting for stuff.
Okay.
That's amazing. So what would you say is the weirdest Kiss item you have?
Well, I have a blood towel, I call it.
Oh, wow. And which concert did you catch that at?
At Lafayette.
Okay.
On the reunion.
Oh, nice. My goodness.
Yeah, you could kind of see where he dabbed his makeup.
Yeah.
You could see the black where he went like that. You could see the but I mean, I know I can't prove it, but it's worth a lot to me. It's not really worth, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's probably one of the weirder things I have. Yeah,
mine's the Kiss urn. I have a Kiss urn.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah. So one day my ashes will go in there.
Nice.
It doesn't get any more weird than that.
Yeah, that's
so much stuff. Oh my goodness.
That's pretty good.
Look at that.
I got the air guitar strings. Have you ever seen those?
Yes, of course.
Everybody loves those. That's something everybody, when they come in here, that's what they put their eye on first for some reason. They love that.
And that was so funny. Yeah.
Are you still buying these days, Tim?
No, man, I had to kind of cut it out.
Okay.
I'm going through a bad time right now. So
okay.
I'm just trying to hold on to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many auctions these days. It's crazy. You know, every day, you know, on Facebook, there's something going on.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Tim, you know, Paz was mentioning before about the gallery, and you also said that you know, just want to know if starting from that, did it give you the opportunity to make connections with other Kiss fans after the show aired?
I'm trying to think. Not really. You guys reached out to me. I don't know. I really haven't gotten a whole lot of people
Okay,
contacting me for that. I mean, most people talk about my brother and all that, you know, and
okay,
which is great.
of course.
So, but yeah, I haven't really got a whole bunch of Kiss people. I mean, I'm
Okay.
hoping I do
hmm
because I'd really like to get into it. You know, I'd like to become more social in the whole thing. But no, nobody really has reached. One person reached out to me. They wanted to give me some pins.
Okay.
And I wish I knew their name offhand, but I do not know it. But yeah,
Yeah.
they said they wanted to. I think they were making them. You know, there was some kind of thing, art they were doing.
hmm
So yeah, I got to get with them because I
Nice.
definitely want to check that out.
Of course. Of course.
Um,
Have you attended any Kiss related events lately, or something? Some tribute band playing close by, or something?
let me think. Nope, actually
Okay.
no.
hmm
I go to other bands and stuff. I go see other bands, but I haven't heard of a Kiss tribute band around here in a while. We don't get a whole lot of things, believe it or not. New Orleans
No.
doesn't really. We don't attract the rock and roll crowd here.
hmm
They have it's very like a lot of the shows don't have many people at them. We just don't have that here. I don't know why.
Okay.
But I mean, I've talked to guys in band. Like I know the guy in COC. I went to school with him, Pepper Keenan, and you know, he's in Down with Phil Anselmo and all. And they say the same thing. They're like, man, when we go other places, we play these huge arena places, and we come down in our hometown, and we're playing in a 500, 400 seat hall, a little bitty tiny place. So yeah, it doesn't. You don't see a whole lot of that coming this way.
Okay. And if you had to pick one, is there any specific event that you would like to attend
I would love to have gone on a cruise.
on the cruise? Okay.
I never got to do that. And they actually one left from New Orleans.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are on that one or not. I don't know,
No.
but
No, not that one.
yeah, that was always my thing. I wanted to go on a cruise. I have nobody else to go. Like, you have to have, you got to fill a room or whatever.
Yeah.
You go by yourself, it costs a ton of money. So I've never had a chance to do that. So yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd like to go to New York and just maybe look at all the sites where they were,
Exactly.
hanging out for Dress to Kill. And I know the studios were all right there,
Yeah.
like the offices and all.
Well, even going to the loft, where
Yeah.
where they started,
Oh, did you go there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Dress to Kill corner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did all the sites.
Oh, nice. Didn't Linda Chris do something with that? Didn't she have a tour?
Yeah, Peter Criss did his final show in New York, and there was a Kiss Expo the week before that. So they did a meet and greet, and then he did a bus tour of New York, and he's there sitting with you, basically talking about his experiences in New York when I was there at this time, and we were doing this. It was so surreal.
I bet.
Peter Criss was right in front of you talking about his experiences in the 70s in New York, and you're right there seeing it in front of your eyes. Oh my God, it was a trip, man. It was something else.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like really nice, man. Really cool.
Oh, we got into the studio in New
Electric
York.
Lady.
Electric Lady studio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
God.
Not many people get a chance to get in there, and they got us in, and oh man.
Really?
So surreal. Kiss has afforded us so many opportunities to do so many amazing things, so many once-in-a-lifetime experiences,
Yeah.
It's fantastic to be a Kiss fan. It really is.
Oh, no, definitely.
So one more question about the events. When the Kiss Cruise went by your area, I know that there were tons of Kiss fans in New Orleans. There was a pre-cruise party. Did you attend any of those things?
I did not. I was working.
Oh, too
Oh,
bad.
you were
Okay.
working. Okay.
Okay.
I couldn't do anything. I really, yeah. My daughter met a few people. Like I think she met some people from Germany
Nice.
and all, but yeah, I didn't go to any of that stuff. I mean, that's my whole thing is I'd love to be in a place where everybody was a Kiss fan because that's that'd just be so cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That everybody's in the same thing, and you can just talk to anybody about it. Yeah.
And being on the Kiss Cruise with Kiss fans from around the world, it doesn't
Yeah,
get better
right.
than that.
Yeah. I would have been on the Creatures of the Night one. That's
Oh,
probably.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned your daughters. You got two beautiful daughters, Lily and Melody Grace.
Yes.
Are they Kiss fans?
Melody is.
Oh, yeah.
Melody's seen him 10 times.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, when she was little, she was right in the middle of all the Kiss stuff. She was, if somebody was over, one of my friends was over here, and we were sitting in the Kiss room, she was right in the middle of us the whole time. She didn't leave. So yeah, she's a big Kiss fan, but my other one, Lily, not so much. I took her to a few shows. I took her to a Houston show, and she looked at me halfway through and said, "When is this going to be over?"
Oh no, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh my God.
Like, wow.
We got to work on her.
Yeah. She's been a Taylor Swift fan since she was a little girl. So
Okay.
I can't fault her for that.
No.
But she's had to put on the makeup a time or two during Mardi Gras.
Okay.
Oh,
We all
cool.
dress up. We used to all dress up for Mardi Gras.
Right.
If you look, I have that jacket. I have a jacket on. It looks like a Paul Stanley. It's a tuxedo jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My ex-wife made that jacket. Like she
Oh,
bought
really?
a tuxedo and glued all that to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Was there any memorable Kiss events that you shared with Melody?
Well, they had a convention here, which was fun. She didn't go, but I mean, yeah, I told her all about that.
Okay.
And that was just a little tiny convention, and I was happy as I could be.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine if I was at a real one in New York or somewhere. Huh? Oh, she used to wear her makeup as a little kid all the time.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Telling me. Yeah.
Now that's good parenting.
Yeah, right. She didn't do it out of protest either. She actually wanted it on.
Nice. Nice.
They would have one time they had Minnie Kiss played at a baseball game here, and she was all dressed up for that, and so all that kind of stuff. She loves it.
Oh, cool.
When
cool.
she sees them, she goes crazy. We dance the night away, man. It's great.
Fantastic. Way to go, Mel.
She heard.
Tim, we're actually curious. After the big, explosion that the show had, do you think that Gene and Paul are aware of the episode? Has anyone in the Kiss camp tried to get in contact with you?
No, that would have been
No?
the first thing I'd have told you guys. No.
Mhm.
I mean, I hope they see it. I mean, that'd be cool, if they mentioned it somewhere.
Mhm.
I hope they get to see it. I know people have sent them the wink or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know.
And if you could talk to either Paul or Gene, what would you say to them?
Ooh, well, I've met them before, and I was Gene was super cool. Both of them were really nice. I really didn't have a whole lot to say, but man, you guys are the greatest. I really couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really came out that was worth anything, It's wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm in front of you, But yeah, I mean, I had him sign this poster, and they told us we were in the backstage area, and they said, you guys have got to leave. They got to get, ready or whatever. That was for the Unplugged thing. I went to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta and saw him there, and we got backstage because we did some promotion here, and then they canceled the one here. So they said, if you guys can get up to Atlanta, we'll pay everything for you. You can go backstage. So that's how we got backstage. But they were kicking us all out, and Paul didn't sign the poster, and the guy I was with took my marker. And so I'm like, oh man, and the guy's like, you got to leave. And Paul was like, wait, hold on a minute. Get me a marker. And they went and got him a marker, and he signed it for me. So he was real cool about it.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
You know, and I have kiss tattoos, and Gene was like, man, that's an ugly dude you got on your arm. I was like, yeah.
So Tim, you mentioned after the show aired that people did contact you. Did anybody contact you with similar stories as your own? That they could relate to what you were talking about?
Somebody just contacted me and said that it's almost the exact same story. They were caring for their brother. Was it a brother? And yeah, I gotta write. I just read it right before we started this interview.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna get in touch with her. But yeah, she wrote and said that she was taking care of her brother, and he actually just passed away.
Oh, okay. Well,
And you know, it seems to be a lot harder for some reason when somebody like that passes away. I don't know why, but it just seems like they're so helpless, and there's nothing you can do for them at a certain point. And yeah, it's really hard. I really took it harder than I thought I would take it. You know, and you kind of think, well, maybe he's not suffering anymore, he's not hurting anymore. But man, I miss the guy so much.
Yeah.
Still,
just watching him pass away was just unbelievable. I can't even describe how that felt. I was just lost. It took me forever to even talk about it. I start getting choked up. But yeah, I couldn't even talk about it for a long time. Every time I talk about it, I just cry because you just remember his face, and like Melody was playing music for him, and he was singing songs and stuff, and just having a good time. And then, you know, he was bleeding internally.
Okay.
So like I was staying there, and like they just called me one night, like they called me in the room and said he's going. And you know, that was it. It was like 1 minute he was singing, and then he went to bed that night, and that was it. And he really didn't wake up. You know?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I hate to bring it down, but
no. But you know, Tim, you said that sometimes in these situations you feel helpless. You were not helpless. You did so much for him. You elevated his quality of life, you know, and I know that he deeply appreciated that. And he's looking down on you, thanking you at this very moment. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I mean, I did a lot. I mean, I learned how to be a nurse pretty quick. Like I knew the ins and outs of how to take care of him, how to bathe him, how to do everything for him, you know. And I never had one time where I was like, oh man, this is disgusting or whatever. It was just came natural to me, you know. My mom said I should have been a nurse, but she was probably right. I should have been a nurse.
What would you say to other people out there who have a similar story as your own?
It's rough. It's rough, but you got to hang in there. If you love the person and you want them to be comfortable and happy and smiling and laughing, I mean, you got to step up. That's your people. That's your family, man. You can't let your family go down like that. I couldn't see that. I couldn't see it. Like they had put him after he was in the hospital. They had put him in a home for a little while. And man, it was just terrible. I would spend every day there. And that was when my mom was still alive, and she would go there at night and stay with him. And they just treated him really bad when we weren't there. And man, it was just like, we have to get him home. So we wound up, my mom got a house that was on one level, you know, there was no upstairs or no stairs at all. And it had a big living room, so we could roll him around in there. So we got him home, and that was a lot easier. Even though it seemed hard, it seems like it would be harder. It was a lot easier than running up to the home every day. You know, he was there. You could just feed him and put him to bed. and you know, go on about your way if you wanted to. Because he'd watch game shows all night. He was really, really smart. He had no short-term memory. So you could feed him a hamburger and 5 minutes later he would say, I didn't eat anything.
Okay.
Can you give me something to eat? And it's like, you just ate. But he was really smart in school and all. So like when Jeopardy would come on, he knew all the answers. So he just knew enough to know what the situation he was in. It was kind of a cruel trick. I find it. You know, he wasn't bad enough to where he had no idea. He knew what happened to him, and he knew what he was, you know, what he was facing every day.
Yeah.
So he would get really frustrated. So if you want to, you know, you gotta be patient. You have to walk away, I would say, is a real good one. If you start getting really upset with him, because I'm not going to lie, it does get you upset at times. You just got to walk away and take a breath. You can't take it out on him because he has no idea.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
From 1 minute to the next, like I said, he won't remember. So, yeah, I would say that's the main thing, man, is if you feel like you're getting real frustrated, just walk away. Because it's just not going to work any other way. And try to get good sleep because you're going to need it.
Yeah. But you know, on the show, you were called a hero, and you know everything.
That's what they call us. All of us, they call us heroes.
But you truly are, and not everybody could do what you did for your brother. And this is a tribute to who you are, and it really says something about you and how special you are as an individual. And your brother was very, very lucky to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. You know, it's hard for me to take that compliment sometimes because, you know, I was just doing what I was doing. I know that sounds cliche or whatever, but I don't know. It didn't seem like there was any other way to do it. I wasn't doing it. I almost, you know, maybe I was even being selfish. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to take it. It's hard. I mean, I was just my brother and I was going to take care of him no matter what.
Yeah.
Even though he beat the crap out of me when I was a kid. And if he got mad at me, he'd scratch my Kiss record.
Ouch!
Ouch!
Yeah.
I know.
Can
You do that? Oh,
can you believe I did all I did for him after that? My favorite album too, Kiss Alive. He knew right where.
Oh my God!
Oh,
wow, that hurts.
Yeah. And then I got to save up for a month and a half to get another one.
But on the show also, he did the Gene Simmons tongue.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
so your brother had a sense of humor. He had a sense of humor.
He did. He was really funny.
Yeah.
He'd make us all laugh with his craziness, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I remember that you mentioned that, he is the one responsible for getting you into Kiss,
Yes.
at a very early age. And, like for most of us, Kiss has been there in the bad times, in the good times. It's been a constant, for us.
Yeah.
So now that they have reached the end of the road, how will you continue to celebrate their legacy?
Well,
does it make any difference that they stopped touring for you?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of happy they stopped touring. It was ready for them. They were ready to stop. So no, that doesn't make any difference to me. I'm still going to collect if I can collect. I listen to Kiss every day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I listen to a lot of music. I don't know if you can see my CDs. But, but I have thousands of records. So I listen to all kind of music. But I listen to Kiss just about every day. It gets me going. If I need something to get me up, I'll put on a live, and that'll get me going every time. So no, nothing's going to change for me.
Okay.
Like I said, I want them to take off the makeup and go out, just do the '80s tour.
And still wearing your Kiss T-shirt every day? Yes.
Not every day. Now I have to wear these new shirts I got every now and again.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
But
okay.
I still wear them. I mean, all my sleeve shirts are Kiss shirts.
Okay.
All my ex-wife's sleeve shirts are Kiss shirts. Like, we got 1 million of them.
Nice.
But I'm just known for wearing them, and I don't think I'll ever stop wearing them completely. I'll be buried in one for sure.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's you. That's part of you.
Yeah.
So, Tim, what does the future hold for you? So what are your plans? What are you getting into?
Oh man, I don't know. Honestly, that's a question I'm right up. Maybe you can ask me in 6 months.
There you go. We will.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to survive right now. And I'm trying to keep all my stuff and make money when I can, try to make $1 here or there, but I'm disabled, so I can't really stand up long. I can't really sit long. I have, I had a heart attack a few years back, so I had a quadruple bypass. I got 2 knees replaced. I had my shoulder replaced 3 times, back surgery, arm surgery. So I'm kind of broken up. So I'm just trying to hold on right now, man. I'm trying to take it as it comes, I'm just trying to stay in my house and so our family has somewhere to go,
Yeah.
This is the house my kids grew up in.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to leave. I want to stay here.
A lot of memories, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see you got a lot of cool picture disc and all behind you, huh?
Yeah. There's some good ones there.
Where did those drawings come from?
Which ones?
The drawings of the first round.
Oh, this is Chris Hoffman.
Oh,
Chris Hoffman. He's on Facebook, and he creates beautiful art.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
And I had that stand up behind the other, and that got lost in Katrina, man. I lost some stuff in Katrina.
Oh yeah,
too.
right.
Yeah. Because we got water, and that actually I got ruined. I had one of those.
Yeah, you should see Pasquale's collection. That's insane. One day we should kind of get it on tape and get it to you. So you should see what he has.
Oh yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You've been collecting forever.
Right. Cool.
So Tim, before we close the curtain on this episode, from the bottom of my heart,
got here, man.
I know, right? It's like an hour just flew. But I gotta tell you, from the bottom of my heart, it was such an honor to have you on the show. And when I contacted you, I didn't think I'd have a chance to get you on. I thought, no, he won't. Oh yeah, he's going to be difficult to get. And you responded right away. We started talking, and I still can't believe that you're on the show. We got to meet you. We got to talk to you. Got the behind the scenes. And
thank you so much.
And once again, it just reinforces the fact that you truly are a hero. You truly are a special person. You're a person with a heart of gold, a true Kiss fan, a true decent human being. And
thank you.
Couldn't be happier to have met you and to have you on the show. We are truly honored.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys having me on. And this is a dream come true. I'm telling you, I've always wanted to be on a podcast. So
there you go. That's
you guys did it for me, man.
Thank you.
It's just to echo what Paz was saying. I remember when we first started, the project with Paz on the podcast. It's going to be almost 4 years now. We put as priority number 1 to have fun and to have in the show great people. Not only Kiss fans, it's all about having great human beings, and you are at the top of the list, my friend. So I can tell you that it doesn't matter what kind of collection you have. It doesn't matter which show have you been to. It's all about getting to know you that actually made it for us. So that's what it's all about.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. No. That's great.
Once again, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
And send the kisses to Mel and Lily, please.
Yeah, Melody's right there. She's giving you the peace sign. Yeah. Yeah, Lily's in college. She's at Texas A&M, so she's not here.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Well, now she's
fantastic.
gonna see you, on tape now. So on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, in my natural habitat, man.
Exactly.
Everybody's got kiss stuff.
All right. So, Tim, thank you once again.
Thank you.
So,
Thank
to
you
the
so
Kiss Army, we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please send them to talktome@kissarmynationpodcast.com. Please like and subscribe to support the amazing guests we have on the show. Until the next time, remember, never stop rocking. Take care, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe on YouTube or follow us on Spotify, Automatic, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to make yourself heard. Leave us a comment on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. See you all soon, Kiss Army.